Welcome to Roger Cesar's Awards for Writers. Today we're going to go ahead and try my best to get through awards 21 to 25. Let's get this started with... Why didn't that work? So first off, we're going to go ahead and talk about avoid. Now, avoid here basically means you're going ahead and you're trying to get past someone. You're like, hey, you know what? I think I should avoid that person. Why? Mainly because I don't really like that person right now. I'm telling you that. I know what avoid means, but here are the synonyms to avoid. We have a noun, which is pariah. And this basically means you're an outcast. You're a pirate. I'm a pirate, my lady. Malad, pariah. Alright, and now for the verbs, we have abscond, which just basically means you're going ahead, you're deporting something quickly and secretly. And then you have circumvent, and when you're circumventing something, that basically means you're going ahead, you're bypassing. I can circumvent the security system, but you have to go ahead and get to the lasers quickly. And I'm all like, what the heck do you mean by circumvent? Oh, I meant bypass. What do you mean by bypass? That means I'm going to hack the security system, okay? Oh, okay. Next up, we have eschew. Now, eschew basically means you're going ahead and you're shutting people. When you're eschewing someone, you're shutting that person. Then we have evade, and this is basically means you're going ahead and you're dodging someone. Evading maneuvers. Ooh, dodge, laser, dodge, laser, dodge, laser, dodge, laser, dodge, dodge, dodge. Yeah, that works out really well. Next up, we have malinger. And now, malinger basically means you're going ahead, you're avoiding work with excuses. You're going ahead, you're avoiding all that work because you have a bunch of excuses. And why would you do that? Well, that's kind of a pretty big reason as well, too. Next up, we have preclude. Now, preclude basically means you're going ahead, you're hindering someone or something. When you're precluding that thing, well, it's kind of bad, too. You're kind of going ahead and you're precluding those people. You are avoiding those people. And when you're shutting them, you're just outright avoiding them. Now for the antonyms. When you're accosting someone, that basically means you're going ahead, you are comforting that person. When you confront someone, that basically means you're going ahead and you're trying to face that person. And since you're facing that person, well, that works out pretty well. Alright, next up, our second word is aware. Alright, adjectives here. We have astute. Now, astute basically means you're skilled. Au courant basically means you're in the current. It's current. Au courant, it's like French, and it's like current. And then we have cognizant. Now, cognizant basically means you're well informed about something or someone. Then we have discerning, and this is basically means you're going ahead, you're discriminating people. Then we have percipient, and this basically means you're readily perceiving something or someone. And this is a very good one. If you're perspicacious, that means you have acute mental awareness. You're like the Buddha himself, except you're not a Buddha. Next up, we have pervious. Now, pervious just basically means you're going ahead and you are accessible to influence. You are aware that you're being influenced. Which sounds really good. Then we have sentient, and that just basically means you're conscious. Can robots ever become sentient? Nah, they can't. Then robots become sentient and take over the world. Lol. Alright, then we have subliminal. And subliminal basically means you are going ahead, you are being kind of subconscious effect on the mind. There's a subconscious effect on the mind towards you as well, too. Then we have trenchant, and trenchant basically means you're going ahead and you're really, really keen on doing something. So yeah, when you're trenchant, that actually kind of good. It's keen. You're very keen. Now, enunciate, that basically means you're going ahead, you're proclaiming them or announcing that person as well, too. And so, next up, we have apprise, and that just basically means you're going ahead, you're notifying someone or something. Then we have disabuse, and that means you're going ahead, you're freeing someone from the falsehood of life. Then we have promulgate, and promulgate basically means you're going ahead and you're announcing something publicly. And since you're announcing that person publicly, it's kind of, that person is aware of it now. And finally, for the antonyms. Now, the antonyms here are heedless. Now, heedless basically means you're going ahead, you're careless, and you're very, very unmindful. Then we have nescience, and this just basically means you're kind of ignorant. You're not aware of anything. Ha ha, loser. Next up, we have bad. Bad here basically means you're calamitous. And calamitous just basically means you're going ahead, if something is very catastrophic. Since that thing is very catastrophic, well, it kind of works out pretty well as well, too. Then we have cataclysmic, and cataclysmic basically means it's caused by cataclysms. It's terrible. Then we have egregious. Egregious is basically means you're having extremely undesirable qualities. That actually kind of works out pretty well. Then we have grievous. Now, grievous basically means, well, you're kind of grieving. You're grieving, man. You can't go ahead and do something properly. Then we have hellacious. And hellacious basically means you're going ahead, you're being extremely brutal towards someone. Then we have macabre, and macabre basically means it's reminiscent of death. So dance macabre means dance of death. And then we have odious, and this basically means that thing is kind of resulting, it's creating revulsions, it's making people vomit. Then we have odoriferous, and odoriferous basically means someone or something is very foul smelling as well too. Then we have putrescent, and that just basically means that person or thing is actually getting decomposed. Well, that kind of sucks in my opinion. Alright, finally, nouns. We have abomination. Now, abomination basically means it's disgusting or something is hateful. It's just an abomination. It's terrible. And then we have nadir. Nadir basically means that thing is rock bottom. And since that thing is rock bottom, well, there's no more bottom towards it. Now for the antonyms. Antonyms here are puka, and it just basically means that thing is very authentic. Then we have recherche, and this is basically means it's very uncommon. And since it's uncommon, well, it's bad. It's not bad. Next up we have banter. Banter is a noun, and this basically means you're going ahead and yada 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 blah 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 blah, talking about something for a very long time. It's like yapping without the ranting. No wait, actually it's ranting without the yapping. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. It's ranting without the yapping. That's it. So yeah, there we go. Alright, now for the nouns, we have badinage. And badinage is basically means you're going ahead. It's like having lighthearted banter. It's good. It's like a little bit of a conversation. It's good for you and your friend because you guys are fun and doing things. Then we have chaff. And chaff basically means something is very good-natured. Then we have facetious, and facetiousness, it just basically means, well, you're going ahead, you're unserious conversation, you're having an unserious conversation. Then we have persiflage, and persiflage basically means you're going ahead, you're doing some banter, you're going ahead, you're bantering on and on and on and on and on about something. Then we have pleasantry, and pleasantry just basically means it's some sort of social remark, like, hey, actually, I'm not going to do social remark. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it is. You're going to have to go find out yourselves. Then we have raillery, and this is basically means you're having good-natured tension, teasing, like teasing that person kind of good-naturedly. Then we have repartee, and repartee basically means you're having some witty banter conversation, which is good for you and your friend. And finally, we have some antonyms. The antonym to this is churlishness. Churlishness, let me just keep writing that. Churlishness basically means you're having a lack of civility or something. And then we have disputatious. Disputatious basically means you're inclined to dispute towards someone. Now, our final word for today is bathos. Bathos. Let's go. So here we go. Now, first of all, we have capricious. Now, capricious basically means you're going ahead, you're prone to quickly change minds about someone. You're going ahead, it's an adjective actually, you're going ahead changing someone's mind actually pretty quickly, and you are prone to quickly change your mind as well too. Then we have effervescent, and effervescent basically means you're kind of cheerful. You're always cheerful, kind of too cheerful. Then we have bonhomily, and that just basically means you're having a good-natured manner. It's kind of good-natured as well, too. It's great. It's good-natured. You're like the homie. Hey, homie. That kind of thing. Then we have a verb, which is basically means, here it's prattle. Prattle just basically means you're babbling on and something. Blah, 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 blah. Like a bunch of babbling baboons. That's the only thing I remember from Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter movies. And now for 2 words from antonyms, we have this logistic, which is basically means you're going ahead, you're showing your disapproval of someone. I disapprove of this marriage. Cancel it immediately, or I disown you. Then disown me. I'm 18 years old. I have a job. I'm the owner of a multi-billion-dollar company. You're the owner of a multi-billion-dollar company. Give me all the money. No. I can't if you're going to disown me. Never mind. I'm not disowning you. Too late. You already signed it. No. All right. Next up, we have equable. Equable basically means unvarying. Something is very unvarying, since that kind of works. And that is it. That is all the 5 words for today. in about 10 minutes. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Roger Cesar's Awards for Writers. Not. Until next time, Sean out, peace. Bye bye.